down to verse 8. I asked you, brother, one thing that never failed between you and I.
Verse 8. Charity never failed. But whether there be prophecies, they shall fail.
Brothers can't come together on a prophecy.
Read. Whether there be tongues, they shall cease.
Brothers can't come together under their own individual perspectives.
Read. Whether there be knowledge, it shall vanish away.
Brothers can't come together under knowledge.
That's right.
It's got to be out the love of the brethren. There's only two types of man that you could be, brother. A child of God or a child of the devil. Give me 1 John chapter 3, verse 8. Let me ask a little bit about you, brother. Where you from, brother? Mind me asking.
Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm from Atlanta, brother. I was born in Macon. Lived in Cobb County. And, everywhere you go, brother, what do you see the condition of our people? What do you see, brother, when it comes to dealing with your brother? What do you get 9 times out of 10, brother? Be honest. 9 times out of 10 dealing with your brother.
You know, I gotta be honest with you. I'm from Atlanta, and I grew up on the side of town where we work and stick together. And every place I've gone in life in this country, there's always been solid black men and women around. You might not know this, of course you don't know this, but I grew up and was baptized in Ebenezer Baptist Church. That's where Dr. King, Mama King, Daddy King, that's where they all preach the word. And I come from that lineage of black people. You might call them the black bourgeoisie. And I've never been around people that were, you know, mean-spirited, you know, hood. They may have had some hood in them, but I just, you know, I attended HBCU, so all my life I've been around black people that's ascending, trying to get somewhere, trying to be better than what they were.
Come on that. Let me ask you this though, brother. A man is known by his fruits, and all men are just trees. So when you sit back and look at the bigger picture, no matter what do we have established? Nothing. Business is nothing. You know, individually, on an individual basis, one may be exalted higher than the other. But in the spirit of Christ, through a man, he takes on the form of a servant. He gives his life for his people. So just like us and all in the Christianity churches, you know, you had the pastor, brother, and come on, the message is good. But when I looked and read the scriptures for myself, the spirit of Christ gave his life for the sheep. Mm-hmm. And that's how each shepherd is going to be upheld to that standard. So before I go any further, brother, the thing that I'm preaching today, the doctrine that we preach is the fear of God and the love of the brethren. I asked you, brother, what fulfills the law of Christ? What would you tell me, brother?
Say it again. I didn't hear you.
The law of Christ is the basic law of Christ, but what does that mean to you? Fulfills that?
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know. You know, I'm long gone from Christianity. You know, I turned my back when I was 18, and I've been searching for a way to get back to African spirituality, spiritual wise. You know, I don't practice what I was brought up to do, you know, Christianity. I don't practice nothing that I feel like is a tactic or a tool of the colonizer and the enslaver. So no Christianity, no Catholicism, no Islam.
None of that.
None of that.
None of that.
And I don't want it. I don't want it. And I turn my back on it. I am searching for my way back to the ancestors. You know, sub-Saharan Africa. I can't speak for no other place. That's where I trace my roots to. And that's where I'm trying to get back to. That's my spiritual way.
All praise on that, brother. So, you know, we all know that religion is man-made. You know, we shall not come together under religion. But we all must understand that Christ is the way, the truth, and the life, brother. And this is the spirit of Christ. This is the spirit that he want to put in all of us again in these last days. Galatians chapter 6, verse 2.
The book of Galatians, chapter 6, verse 2. Bear ye one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ.
Tell the brother to strengthen and love his brother as himself. There's nothing that can come above it. Nothing that can come above the love of the brethren. Read on.
For if a man think himself to be something, when he is nothing, He deceiveth himself.
What?
He deceiveth himself.
Last thing, brother, if a man wants to know anything about the maker, about the one that sits above all, he must go to nature. And one animal, one living thing that the Father tells us to consider is the ant. Give me Proverbs chapter 9, verse 6. The ant. See, brother, the ant, ain't no difference between his neighbor. At the drop of a dime, he's ready to die for his neighbor. The drop of a dime. At the drop of a dime, he got his neighbor's best interest at heart. And that's the spirit we're trying to just put on our people again, brother, these last days. So one can try to find this, try to go search find himself. But bro, in actuality, we connected to all things around us, man. How can you go search out, bro? We can't even get along with the brothers that look like you next to you right now. Read this.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 9. How long wilt thou sleep?
Go to 6.
Go to 6. Verse 6. Go to the end.
Do what?
Go to the end.
Do what?
Go to the
Try
end.
to go to the end and steal the mind of Christ and everybody.
That's right.
It, brother. So do you believe in the one that sits above all? Do you believe in the Father?
No.
And what is the Father to you, brother? What is? Give me 1 John 4, verse 8. Hold it. We breaking bread. I know
That's a
the
good
religion
question.
done destroyed us. They done picked up this book, and we done trusted a man so long, they done seared our minds.
You know what? And to piggyback on what you said, I had a sister tell me that something similar to what you said, that they have weaponized Christianity and Christ. So it has been perverted, and that's why I turned my back on it, because I can't trust it, because as James Baldwin famously said, I can't trust what you say because I see what you do.
That's right. Read 1 John 3, verse 9. Brother, all praises on that. But we neglect the message that we got from the beginning of time. Read this.
The book of 1 John, chapter 4, verse 8. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is
So,
love.
brother, God is the spirit of love that keeps the word going.
That's right.
For anything to grow, brother, it needs care and nurture. Every living thing needs love, care, and nurture, brother. And that's God. That is what God is. Read.
And this was manifest, the love of God toward us, because that God sent his only begotten Son unto the world, that we might live through him.
Read.
Herein is love, not that we loved God, but that he loved us.
Read.
And sent his Son to be the proportionation for our sins.
Read this.
The book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 9.
Verse 8.
Verse 8. He that committeth sin is of the devil, for the devil sinneth from the beginning.
Read.
For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. Whosoever is born of God doeth not commit sin, for his seed remaineth in him,
Read on.
and he cannot sin.
Read.
Because he is born of God. In this, the children of God are manifest,
Brother, you got a man that's a children of God. Read.
and the children of the devil.
Brother, the children of the devil. You got a brother that's gonna love his brother. You got a brother, a man that's gonna hate his brother. Simple.
That's right.
All things double win against another. Positive, negative, cold, hot, good, evil, light, darkness, brother. Ain't no in between. Read on.
Whosoever doeth not righteousness is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother.
Neither he that loveth not his brother. Read.
For this is the message that ye heard from the beginning,
Brother, this is the message before man picked up the Bible and weaponized it. This is the message. Read.
that we should love one another,
Read on.
not as Cain,
Not as who?
not as
See,
Cain,
the two types of people you could be, Cain or Abel, Esau, Jacob. It's the duality, the polarity of the scriptures, brother. And that principle rules everything around us. Cold or dry, wet or dry. Read.
who was of that wicked one, and slew his
What
brother.
did Cain do?
Slew his brother.
Read.
And wherefore slew he him? Because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteousness.
Brother, simple. Either brother is either righteous or unrighteous. Either loving and building his brother, or he's hating and destroying his brother. A child of God, a child of the devil. That's it, brother. In these last days, brother, it's imperative that the ones around you are like-minded. Give me Philippians chapter 2, verse 1. We out, brother. I just want to give you this bread, plant this seed, man. And it's critical, brother, when this destruction, when this wrath come upon. For example, brother, you got to be out your mind if you think there's enough food in the stores to keep going on every day. enough
think
beef.
that?
No, not do think, just the facts. Gotta be out of our mind if you think it's enough beef to keep going around daily.
I agree with you on that.
Something has to give.
Yeah.
Read this.
The book of Philippians, chapter 2, verse 1.
You see the signs, brother. These are things you gotta take heed to. Read.
If there be, therefore, any consolation in Christ, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies, fulfill ye my joy.
This is how you fulfill this joy. Simple. Read.
That ye be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind.
Brother, that's all Christ came to be. What if imagine if you got brothers, you're surrounded by brothers in the same mindset. I'm ready to die for my brother. Strengthen my brother. Encourage my brother. Exhort my brother.
That's right.
No ill will. What's love to you, brother? What is love?
Everything you just said.
Read Romans 13.
Everything you just said.
Love, brother, and that's the thing. How can you do it alone? Nothing comes above the brotherhood. Come to find it out, brother. Man, we can achieve nothing as a nation if the brothers don't get it together first. Because the women and the children depend on us.
That's right.
Read this.
The book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 8.
Read.
Owe no man anything but to love one another.
Read.
For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law.
Bro, you surround yourself with brothers that understand this.
That's right.
Now the kingdom is going to make itself manifest. So that's all I got for you, brother. I just wanted to plant that seed. Love of the brother, man.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Love of the brother.
I receive it. I still receive it. Peace, peace. I still receive it.
Yeah, brother, you gotta get around some brothers, you know what I'm saying? Get on a team.
All praises, man.
All praises. But you know what? I like I say, I receive it. I receive it. You know, it's not falling on deaf ears. It's not falling on deaf ears. You know, we might not walk and talk the same, but it's received.
You know, no matter what, you know, different backgrounds, brother, the vision is still the same. Coming together, we're being able to sustain ourselves.
Yes.
Independence, prosperity, peace. And it
Definitely.
starts with the brothers.
Definitely.
It starts with the men, brother.
Definitely.
Christ being our foundation and the men.
We can't get nowhere if we're not holding each other accountable.
Nowhere, brother.
Yeah.
Nowhere. And not only to hold each other accountable, we walking as Christ. That's their perfect self.
Yeah.
And remember, it's spiritual, brother, not carnal. This ain't got nothing to do with flesh. It's the spirit of a man.
Right.
It's the
Right.
spirit of a man, brother. And that's what we harking on, brother. Your spirit bear witness that you are a child of God. Like spiritual, bro. Ain't nothing I can look upon, bro. This gonna come out of man, his words, bro, and his thoughts. That's what a man gonna be weighed off of. His words and his thoughts. You better surround yourself with brothers who love his brother as himself, man.
Mm-hmm.
And come to find out how it's really far in between the brothers that really wake up and think about his brother. So we out, man. I just want to plant that seed, brother.
I appreciate it.
Hey, you have a blessed day,
You
brother.
do the same. Do the same. And thank you.
No problem, man.
Thank you. Peace and blessings, everybody.
Appreciate it.
Yes, indeed.
Conversate with them